All right. The next one is, I think, perhaps the most useful one in the class. We're going to make our own retrieval augmented generation to be like Microsoft 365 Copilot that I've talked about. This is something people really want. And now that I have a local model running pretty well, it's easy enough to do. So I do terminal. All right. And I'm out of this good, so I can clear. All right. And let's make a directory. CyAD. All right, so now I got a clean directory. Let's nano reg1.py. And you have to have Python installed on your system, of course, but that's not too hard to do for any modern system. And here is a retrieval augmented generation model without a large language model in it. You don't need to have both components. So let me put it in here and save it, Control X, Y, Enter. And here's the point. This just has a series. I got this from a tutorial. They just wrote about 10 sentences about fun things you can do outside. And what you can do is you can ask it a question, and all it's going to do is do Jacquard similarity. It's going to count how many words in your question are found in each line of the answer, and it's going to give you the answer that matches more words in your question. So if I run this thing, Python 3 reg, right, and what I say, I like to hike. It says, great, go for a hike, because it found the word hike in there. So it was the one that most closely answered my question, which is fine. But the problem is, it's incredibly stupid. If I say, I don't like to hike, it tells me to go for a hike because it doesn't read the sentence. It doesn't have any comprehension of it. It doesn't know what word don't is. So this is retrieval augmented, just a retrieval of a sentence that matches things like a simple grep-based search engine. So, however, what you want to do, we're going to check the API. If you have Ollama running, it should be listening on a network port. So if I do this and get the listening ports, I should see it listening on port 11434, and right there it is right at the start. So my Ollama is running and listening. And by the way, it's probably, I don't know which model it's running. It's probably running Mistral. That was the last thing I demonstrated here. So we'll make reg2.py, which will ask the LLM to do it. And this is the way almost everybody's large learning model programs work. They usually pay OpenAPI $20 a month, and then they use the OpenAPI ML API there, the company that made ChatGPT, OpenAI. But you can do it all locally. Now I've got it running locally. So if I nano reg2.py and put in this code, see, this code is going to take, well, I'll run it and we'll see what it does. In fact, it's going to show you exactly what's happening. Control X, Y, Enter. Now I run this, reg2. And what is this garbage? No module named CyAD. Okay. I assume that means okay, Python 3.12. All right. To fix this kind of problem, this one here would do, and I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to make an environment. Okay, so I do Python 3 -m vn, and this is going to be I don't know what to call it. Let's call it reg env. All right. This will create a virtual environment to install Python dependencies. This is the right way to do it, so you don't clutter up your default Python environment with all sorts of junk, and modern Macs won't even let you do it without giving a lot of trouble. So it's reg env /bin/activate. All right. Now I should be able to do pip 3 install whatever it is it needed, which was CyAD. Okay. Oh, good. Okay, now maybe I can run this thing. Doesn't have requests. That's ridiculous. I thought it always had, well, they all put in requests. All right. Invalid requirements. No module named requests. This is ridiculous. All right. I thought requests should be pip, pip install requests. What's going on here? How to pip install requests? Exactly. Pip show requests. Control C. Oh, I think it just had a funny character somehow. Okay, there we go. All right, fair enough. I thought request was included by default in Python, but anyway, let's see if it's going to run now. Okay, fine. Now we're set. That was a little rude, but there's always something. That's why you try to avoid running Python locally when you can, because the dependencies are always a problem. But in this case, I am trying to run it locally, and so I have to put up with those annoyances. So what is an activity that you like? And this is not the right project. That's why I can't find what I'm doing. All right. And so now I want to try, I think, the same thing. I like to hike and I don't like to hike. Yeah. So try I like to hike. And it crashes. Key error response. Goodness. Well, it works on my other machine, and I think I'll have to switch to that machine. This is turning into a mess. Yeah, maybe I can debug it here. The thing is, it would be nice to debug it because I'm sure this will happen to my students if it happens to me. Reg2.py. Okay, you local host data prompt headers response equals well, let's see if this works. I want to print response. And then I want to print a directory of response and find out what's going on here. Okay, let's see if this does any good. All right. Python 3. All right. Gotta have my closing of this one. Okay. All right. Okay, I like to hike. Okay, so there's response. It's a 404. Okay, so my API is not working. It gave me a 404. That's the problem. It's not the Python code. So my old llama is for some reason not working. And maybe I need to run it. I think I do. Let me go back to the old llama project. Apparently listening on the port is not enough to mean it's actually working. Okay. There's old llama run and there's old llama serve, I think. Let's try that. Old llama serve. And let's serve llama 3. Llama serve then. All right, it's already running. So it's already serving. There's some kind of problem with my old llama. The requests are not working. So, all right. This is going to be painful for you folks if you have a system like mine. There's some kind, I don't understand what this problem is. What if I stop it and restart it? Let's go to quit old llama. Okay, and now do old llama serve. I thought you had to tell it which model to serve. Okay, so now it's serving something. Okay, now if I go here, and now I have to get to the environment I'm running rag2 in, which is Python source. Let's see, PWD. Okay, CD CyAD. Okay, then source rag env /bin/activate. Okay, now ls. Okay, now Python 3 rag2 .py. I like to hike. And key error response, because it gave me a 404. So this is what happened. I think, see, the thing that bothers me is I'm running it, but I never told it which model to serve, and that doesn't seem right. So how to install a llama, download the model, run the model with run. Yeah, but how do you serve it? Serve, what does a llama serve do? We want to start it without running desktop application. But I don't understand how I can serve it if I haven't told it which model I'm running. And now what is this? Okay, let's find a link that works. To set up the server. Okay. All right. That's what I did. Then execute llama serve. All right. I'm going to stop this recording. I'm lost. This debugging is going to take forever.